the Broncos. And Tates Creek looking over. Burnside getting the play from his sideline here in Hawks. Evans lines up to his hip over to the right. He'll send a receiver, 2 receivers out to the left, 2 to the right from the shotgun. Looks on again to the sideline. Burnside going to send a man in motion right to left at Hale. Long look, takes a snap. Looking, throws, got a man, it's complete. That's Cooper. Cooper inside the 20, down to about the 21-yard line, jumped over 2 receivers. That's going to stop the clock and a first down. Got to get back to the chains, got to get there quickly. The clock will start as soon as they set the chains with 22.1 to go. Burnside, back the line of scrimmage, going to take the snap. 2 to the right, 2 to the left again. He's going to just snap it and take a spike. So weird spike you don't see under center anymore as you do in the NFL game. So a spike batted down from the shotgun, and that's going to stop the clock. Tates Creek, a big answer, needed it, and get it with 9.1 to go before halftime. They're going to attempt the extra point, I believe. Had some struggle with this. We were here a couple weeks ago against Eastern, trying to get one through the uprights here and make it a 27 game. And a whistle and a timeout used will be the final one of the first half for Tates Creek. But what an answer, what a drive put together by the junior quarterback in Darnell Burnside.
Oh, great drive right there. And, again, going back to what I said, I would be surprised if they didn't do anything but kneel on the ball. And what do? They proved me absolutely wrong. Throw a 40-yard completion to, was it JT or Luke Cooper there in the 50-yard line. And then the Cooper boys just making good catches all the way down the stretch, all the way to the end zone. So nice job all the way around. Good protection on that offensive line, allowing Burnwell time to throw. So a really nice.
Yeah, you talk about how they wanted to slow down the run game today, but able to get the passing game going. That could be a big help to the second half.
Absolutely. They should be going into the locker room feeling a lot better than they would have after the first half.
Snap down, the kick is up, and they got it to go through. So it's a 20-7 game with 9.1 to go here in the first half, and what a drive there by Tates Creek. Trying to build some confidence into the halftime break into the locker room, and right there able to punch one of the end zone. Frederick Douglass will get it back, and we'll see if they do anything with 9.1 to go here before halftime. And I can't imagine you'll probably do too much.
No, I think you're looking at a squib or a pooch punt. They are not going to kick to Chenault in any way possible. Kick it to one of the upbacks. Put some height on the ball, give your defense a chance to get down and surround him, and limit the opportunities for a good return.
Stay with us on the halftime break. We got a lot to come. Look at some scores in the first half stats. Kick taken to Chenault, back around the 15. He's got blockers trying to break off tackles. Pace past the 40, stays on his feet, past the 50, to the 40, 30, 15, 10, 5, touchdown Broncos! No squib, Avion Chenault all the way to the house. And he ran to the end zone to finish the first half.
Wow. As I said, I can't believe that they would do anything but squib or pooch it here. And I hate to second-guess a coach, but I'm just really shocked that they kicked that ball deep.
9.1 to go in the first half. They kick it to Avion Chenault, and Chenault, the senior, bust loose. And you talk about 32-0 against Lexington schools, and right there, you wonder why. Avion Chenault, a lot of speed, and found a seam. And we got an injured player down with the extra point still to come. We'll take a break before this halftime, and what a first half it's been, 26-7 Broncos.
On the road, call Martin's Peterbilt Mobile Service. Our 24/7 commercial roadside service, truck and trailer repair, and warranty service will have you back on the road in no time. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling. You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
Trying to get a number on the injured body here, as looks like a Tates Creek player down as we reach halftime. Avion Chenault, his second big play of the day, but probably the biggest play of the game. Kickoff return to finish out the first half in a 26-7 game, as the injured body, I believe, is Anthony Jackson. We'll try to get a number to make sure that's correct in a little bit, but all confidence lost right there.
Oh, they were going to go into halftime feeling so good about it. They'd stopped them on the last two series. They drove right down the field, took it the length of the field, and then just blew it. They really did.
So they're going to go for two here with Stratman. He'll take the snap from the shotgun, throws a little pitch out, right side open to Chenault. It's a triple option, back to the corner and complete. They faked it right, went left. Chenault threw it to the back corner of the end zone, and it's caught that way to finish out the first half. So what a first half. 8 to put on the board to finish out the last 9 seconds, and it's 28-7. What a first half it's been. It's been all Frederick Douglass. We'll take a break, look at the first half stats in a moment on Glide Cod.
Children love Head Start, and you will too. Community Action Council's prep academies are hiring now. Head Start is an early childhood education program for children from birth to age 5. Help us give more children the Head Start advantage.
Teacher, what are you waiting for?
Join our team of dedicated education professionals. Apply online today at comaction.org. What are you waiting for?
Are you a parent battling with raising your child in today's fallen world? You're not alone. The Operation Parent Handbook is your beacon of hope with info and guidance on social media, vaping, anxiety, and more. It's a resource that equips you with the guidance and conversation starters you need in your parenting journey. Use discount code KIDS at checkout to get 10% off any handbook. Visit operationparent.org to reclaim your confidence as a parent. Operation Parent, you've got this.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks. All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
Are you an HVAC and refrigeration tech looking for new opportunities? Tech 24 is your single source for commercial HVAC, refrigeration, and kitchen equipment maintenance all across the country. We have exciting career opportunities with great pay and benefits in your area. To learn more, contact Brad at 864-549-8344 and check us out on the web at mytech24.com. 864-549-8344.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job.
A new year means next level math, but even the best teachers can't always provide the personal attention each child needs. Magnesium has a solution to help any student excel. Our caring, highly trained instructors use a range of teaching modes that ensure true foundational understanding. We're not about rote memorization. The Magnesium method develops the critical thinking and problem-solving skills they need to succeed, with the option to learn face-to-face online at home or face-to-face at one of our 1,000 neighborhood learning centers. Magnesium, we're changing lives through math.
Tonight's halftime report is brought to you by Mathnasium of East and West Lexington, sponsor of tonight's Scholar Athlete. Mathnasium unlocks the math potential in every child.
Welcome back. Halftime show here as we welcome you into Roy G. Walton Stadium. Once again, John Baldridge, Bill Powell, Glycon. Friday night football here in Kentucky in a 28-7 Frederick Douglass lead, and Avion Chenault. Y'all wonder, everybody in this place wondering, after your score, you're going to kick it off to him with 9 seconds to go. They kicked it to him, and he runs it all the way back, and the Broncos, a lot of confidence taken to that locker room.
Oh, just a backbreaker, John. Just a backbreaker. Think of it the other way. They go in 20-7, and they're 2 touchdowns away. They're getting the ball, receiving the kickoff in the second half, and they've turned things around defensively. They stopped them 2 straight series, and things are looking up. Instead, you kick it deep, and their star player runs it all the way back, and just a real backbreaker.
Some of the first half stats presented by Community Action Council, helping people change lives. We look at the first down category for these Frederick Douglass team, 11 first downs to Tates Creek. Rushes in the ball game, 21 rushes for 171 for Frederick Douglass. Rushes, only 10 rushes for 9 yards for Tates Creek. Meanwhile, some of these kickoff return numbers, we mentioned the 2 for 90 with that touchdown for Frederick Douglass, 1 for 16 for Tates Creek. Penalties have been a factor, 6 penalties for 89 for Frederick Douglass, 3 for 24 for Tates Creek, and 4th down and 3rd down completion and conversion rate, 3 for 6 for Frederick Douglass. On 3rd down, 2 for 6 for Tates Creek. 4th down, 1 for 2 for Frederick Douglass. And Tates Creek hasn't attempted a 4th down. But at some point, you got to find a way to get that run game going. It was a struggle in the first half. Got a good final drive, but you felt like if you didn't give a touchdown away there, you could get back to the run game and build on that in the second half with B.J. Evans if you're Tates Creek. But now after giving him a touchdown, do you have to go back to the pass game?
Well, I think the pass game has been the most effective thing for them, and that certainly sets up runs for BJ. I think what they tried to do was establish the running game to open up the passing game, when instead I think they found it's more effective to get the passing game going to set up the running game. And when they did that, you had the defenders and the defensive line linebackers pin their ears back trying to get to the quarterback, and then that opened up running lanes for BJ. And so I think they're going to have to do more of the same. I think they're going to still have – they got some great receivers there, and just run the passing game and set it up and create some holes and opportunities to run.
And if you're Frederick Douglass, offensively, we haven't really talked about it a whole lot, but what you've seen so far from Strotman, they haven't really passed the ball for a lot, but it seems like that run game's really working. 21, as I mentioned, for 171 in the first half.
Yeah, we talked about the size of their offensive line. If you watch it closely, you can just see a big surge of them knocking people off the ball. And what had to happen there for Tates Creek is they started putting 6, 7, and 8 guys up in the back in the zone there and studying their linebackers and filling gaps. And that way they were able to stymie that running game. But you got some big boys on that offensive line for Douglass, and that makes it tough for anyone to stop.
We'll take a look at some of the first half numbers individually coming up as we continue to roll on the first half. Breakdown as halftime score here with 7:20 to go. Before we start the second half, it's a 28-7 Frederick Douglass lead here on Glycon.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
calling all football fans. Come on down to Roosters, where the wings are hot, the drinks are cold, and the good times never stop. Roosters is where you can catch all the action of the game and enjoy a delicious meal. Choose from 15 varieties of sauces. Even try our burgers, salads, and out-of-this-world pizzas. Something for everyone at Roosters. Dine in, carry out, or let us cater. Open late for the night owls. Visit our Richmond Road location or off Nicholasville Road by Walmart.
Are you a parent battling with raising your child in today's fallen world? You're not alone. The Operation Parent Handbook is your beacon of hope with info and guidance on social media, vaping, anxiety, and more. It's a resource that equips you with the guidance and conversation starters you need in your parenting journey. Use discount code KIDS at checkout to get 10% off any handbook. Visit operationparent.org to reclaim your confidence as a parent. Operation Parent, you've got this.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with Glycod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
Let's get real. For a lot of people, 4 years of college might as well be a million. With us, you can get a certificate in a matter of months and start a career right away. College for the real world. College for your world.
With Fast Signs, create custom deep sea signage that makes the wait a visual escape. Fast Signs, make your statement.
We're here to hear what's on your mind. Take this time to talk and get it right. You know I'll be there all your life. When you need me, I'll be by your side.
Little everyday conversations about the dangers of underage drinking can make a big difference in a child's life. Talk, they hear you.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Football on Glycod.
Halftime here at Tates Creek. It's a 28-7 Frederick Douglass lead on Glycod with Bill Powell, John Baldridge, all our crew here at Roy G. Walton Stadium. We thank you for being with us tonight. We look at some of the individual stats in the first half between these two teams. And first for this Frederick Douglass team coming on the road, they ran the ball really well. We've seen Jackson Strotman carry 3 times the quarterback for 62 yards, a long of 36. Pharaoh Watts, 6 carries for 37, also has a touchdown, with Peyton Smith also a touchdown. He's gone for 33 and 5 carries. And Tate Allen, 3 carries for 21. We've seen 4 different backs and a lot of ground game so far from this Broncos team tonight. Strotman's looked well, 4 for 9, a gain of 1 touchdown along a 27, 55 yards passing. And then they've got Pharaoh Watts involved, Peyton Smith, Braylon Moss, and Avion Chenault also involved catching the ball. And it's been really well offensively for this Frederick Douglass team. If you're Tates Creek defensively, Bill, how do you slow them down a little bit?
Well, I think those last 2 series, they did a good job of slowing them down. What they did is they started bringing more people in the box. They had 4 guys and 5 guys on the line, but then they would start and bring their backers in. A couple of times I saw them bring a corner from the outside to put pressure on. And, again, as long as you fill those gaps and they're not hitting an open gap there, you're in good shape, because you're not going to have any people left behind you. But they were fortunate and did a good job. I saw them moving around the defensive line and maybe confuse some of the blocking assignments. I don't know, but they were certainly able to get through where they hadn't been able to get through before and hit guys in the backfield. So we'll see if Frederick Douglass makes an adjustment for that. But, they're going to rely on the running thing. As you've seen, they've got a bevy of backs. They've got 4 backs that they all have confidence in and giving the ball to. So we'll see if they make an adjustment on what Tates Creek has adjusted to.
For the Commodores, Darnell Burnside, 9 for 14, the quarterback in the first half, 105 yards, a touchdown along of 31. He's got J.T. Cooper involved, 4 receptions for 46. Luke Cooper, 4 receptions for 48. J.T. with the touchdown. And we've also seen B.J. Evans, 8 carries for 33, and Burnside 2 carries and has no yards in the ball game so far. Luke Cooper's punted 4 times, and we've also seen Marquise Hale with a kick return. But you talked about you've seen pretty well offensively passing the ball from Burnside. How do you get the run game going with Evans in the second half?
Well, I think you continue to do what you were doing there at the end. You keep passing, particularly to the Cooper boys, keep the passing game going. I think when they do that, that's going to open up the opportunity for them to run and create some running lanes. And I think the way of setting up running the passing game to set up the running game is the way that they're going to have to go about it. Otherwise, they're going to stack that box, Frederick Douglass is, and make it tough on them to run.
We'll take a look at some scores real fast around high school football. Ballard and Bryan Station scoreless in the first, also with Cal and LCA scoreless in the first. Boyle and Scott County scoreless in the first. And Lexington Catholic and Great Crossing scoreless in the second. Some early scores around high school football tonight. Teams back on the field getting set for the second half. We'll come back, take a look at the scoring summary in the first half, and get you set for the second half in a moment here on Glycod.
New year means next level math, but even the best teachers can't always provide the personal attention each child needs. Magnesium has a solution to help any student excel. Our caring, highly trained instructors use a range of teaching modes that ensure true foundational understanding. We're not about rote memorization. The Magnesium method develops the critical thinking and problem-solving skills they need to succeed, with the option to learn face-to-face online at home or face-to-face at one of our 1,000 neighborhood learning centers. Magnesium, we're changing lives through math.
Central Kentucky Driving School is raising the bar in driver education because the safety of their students is too important for anything less. Offering driver training for teens and adults, Central Kentucky Driving School will equip you with the skills needed to become a safe and confident driver. A proud community partner, Central Kentucky Driving School invests in their students and families and guides you every step of the way. For more information, give them a call at 859-538-7775 or visit drivecky.com.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time. While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Football on Glycod.
28-7, a big return by Avion Chenault to finish out the first half, going all the way back on a kick return to the end zone to make this thing a 3-score game. And with 1:35 before we start the second half, alongside Bill Powell, John Baldridge, both teams back on the field. And Bill, we'll look at the second half real fast, and what do you expect to see coming out here to start the second?
Well, I think Tates Creek has shown they can throw the ball, throw it effectively, move it down the field. I would expect them to pick back up where they left off there, throwing the ball. And, both Cooper kids have just really everything they've touched, they've caught. So continue to do that and open up some running lanes for B.J. Evans. And just, they can't get back into this game right away, but slowly work themselves back into it and then make some defensive stands and hopefully find yourself where it's a 1-touchdown game.
Scoring summary in the first half, Peyton Smith, an 8-yard run, making it 7-0 Frederick Douglass. Farrah Watts got in from 2 yards out with 5:58 left in the first to make it 14-0. Then Farrah Watts, a 27-yard pass from Jackson Strotman. The extra point was no good with 1:36 left in the first, made it 20-0. J.T. Cooper, 20-yard pass from Darnell Burnside with 9 seconds to go in the second quarter. Made it a 20-7 game, as we mentioned. Avion Chenault, an 88-yard kick return. Made it 28-7 as we're set to go for the second half of football. 24 minutes to come, and we thank you for being with us for the first 24 and 24 more fun action to be brought with you tonight here on Glycod. A big Lexington matchup between two teams coming off losses. Frederick Douglass enters 1-2, losing their last two. Tates Creek scored 99 points combined through their first 2 games. Gave it 54 last week, though, to North Oldham. They're 2-1, and they'll get the football here to start the second half. Darnell Burnside will make his way back out, and the junior quarterback has looked well. 9 for 14 for 105 and a touchdown. As Bill talked about, really building on that pass game on that last drive. We'll see if they go to that. Down 3 scores here to start the second half. They'll kick it away from the 40. Frederick Douglass boots it away left to right. Back to receive inside the 10 is Tates Creek. They'll move it past the 20, close to 25, and wrapped up there. And that's where we'll see Burnside in the offense.
Marquise Hill on that return, John. He's a little guy, just 5'9", 150 right there, but he does have good speed.
Commodores coming back out, and B.J. Evans has really been kept in check. Got to have time for him to run, though. We haven't seen a whole lot of time from the blocking side, from the big offensive front from the Commodores in this first 24 minutes. Start the second. They'll start from the 25-yard line. Burnside back from the shotgun. Sun setting on this Friday night. And 2 out to the right, 1 to the left. Lights on here at Roy G. Walton Stadium. Burnside takes a snap from the gun. Going to hand off on the draw on first down. Off the left tip here was the running back there in Evans, and gets back to the line of scrimmage. Not much more on first down. Maybe 1 or 2 and make it 2nd and 8.
I think you were right the first time. I think he just barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Met by a host of Broncos there, and it just wasn't much there.
They'll mark it at the 26-yard line. So maybe half a yard on first down. 2 out to the right here, 1 out to the left. Burnside from the hip. Shotgun, he'll take the snap. Sets with his receivers. Looks, scrambles, time comes, and he'll have to step forward and doesn't get much. Got past the line of scrimmage. Maybe 1 or 2 had to step up and just falls down.
Yeah, I thought he had Luke Cooper there, was running a post out here on our side of the field towards the middle. And, Luke is 6'2", and they've got him against the Fields kid who's 5'9", so a little bit of a height advantage there. And I thought they might throw to him, and I think he was looking that way, but protection broke down.
So 3rd and 8 here as they'll mark it around the 27. Need to get to about the 36 or so to pick up the first down. Burnside gonna throw, he's got a man complete, and it's complete for the first down. Past defenders, out past the 35, and has the chase close to 40.
Burnside, it was almost magical how he got rid of that ball right there. Again, little Patrick Mahomes, little sidearm. He had people all around him, and little sidearm throw right there, and accurate, and a nice job of evading the traffic in there and getting that first down.
So all the way to the 39, that moves the sticks on 3rd down. And it's 1st and 10. 3 for 7 now on 3rd down is Tates Creek today. 2 each way here on 1st down, and Burnside from the shotgun. Evans next to his hip on the right side. He'll take the snap, scrambles out towards his left, throws off his back hook. Got Hale inside Frederick Douglass territory, breaking down the sideline past the 35, close the 30, and that will move the sticks for a first down.
Nice job there, using his wheels to get outside, put pressure on the corner. Good throw, good catch and run. Nice football play.
So quickly out of the hands of Burnside, scrambled over towards his right, found the intended target, and moves the sticks. Down to the 32-yard line and back to the line of scrimmage. Quickly goes the Commodores. 1st and 10. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Burnside sets the team in the line of scrimmage, takes a snap, scrambles left side this time. Pressure comes, cocks his arm off his back hip, and it's intercepted. Intercepted around the 12-yard line, looking for his intended target there, and it's picked off.
You know, first of all, there was very good coverage right there. 3 guys where he was. And also, we talked about this earlier, running to the left and then throwing on the run, throwing across his body. It wasn't much opportunity for that play to be successful, John. I think when he runs to his left, he's going to have to allow his body, if at all possible, position to stop, get his shoulders squared up, and make a good firm throw. But in that case, I'm not sure it would have mattered with the defense surrounding him there.
So the first INT of the ball game, and Strotman gets it back in the offense. Strotman fakes the hand and goes up the middle himself on first down. Doesn't get much back to the line of scrimmage, and it's second down.
Little play action there, quarterback draw, but they had some guys staying home and were ready for it.
Under 9 we play here in the third, and a 28-7 Frederick Douglass lead. Broncos moving it left to right after the INT. Strotman from the hip, from the shotgun. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Running back next to him. He'll fake the hand, play action, throws a screen out left side's got a man trying to break off tackles, breaks down the sideline, past the 30, past the 35, stay on his feet, moving past the 50, past the 40, now breaks it towards the middle of the field, inside the 25, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Frederick Douglass. All the way to the house. Maybe touched by 1, and nobody could get a hand on the intended target.
It was really unfortunate for Tates Creek right there. They actually had pretty good defense, but if you'll see from the pro back, had a good block out there, enabling him to miss that first tackler, and then it was all speed and off to the races.
What a play by Jackson Strotman. Set it up quickly out to the left side and able to break off tackles and all the way to the house for the Bronco touchdown. They'll kick the extra point, try to make it a 4-score game here. Snap is down, the kick is up, and it is through. And it's a 35-7 game here with 8:15 to go in the third. We'll take a break, be back in a moment on GlideCap.
Tow? Martin's Peterbilt Towing Service is here 24/7. Based in London and Pikeville, we will travel to you. Commercial trucks and trailers, no job too big. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on GlideCod.
What a play put together all the way on a quick screen outside of Dakari Talbert, breaking past defenders and working his way in for the big touchdown. The second big play we've seen from this ball game from Frederick Douglass, going back to that kick return and have a 4-score lead.
Yeah, what's oftentimes underestimated is how important it is to see blocking from your receivers outside. So on that quick screen there, the slot back came out and blocked the guy that was had man coverage on him and allowed him just to slip by and go the whole way right there. So nice job of blocking out on the corner.
You got to be impressed if you're the head coach of this Frederick Douglass team coming out here after losing your last 2 games. And what a response here tonight, up 35-7. Kick is away, taken back by Tates Creek, moving it right to left. They'll get past their 25 to about the 26, 27, and that's where we'll see Burnside once again. Burnside, that interception, and then Frederick Douglass able to work their way down the field on one big play. And that's kind of been the story tonight. We've seen big plays going back to the end of the first half, and here, same story.
Well, they're going to need a few more big plays here, John, to get back in this thing. And there's enough time left, but let's just don't say there's a whole lot of time when you're down 28 points.
8:07 to play here in the third. Burnside, shotgun snap. He'll hand on first down up the middle, pushing forward, and not much room there for B.J. Evans on the draw. Maybe 1 or 2. And Evans has really been kept in check in this ball game.
Yeah. We've seen what he's able to do. He's got so much. He's so elusive and has some great acceleration. But you got to get an open field to be able to showcase those skills. And Frederick Douglass just hasn't really allowed that to happen tonight.
Well, we were down there before the ball game, and I didn't feel like either team had more size than the other team. I think it's just been a really good job by this defensive front tonight by Frederick Douglass. Burnside tries to fake the handoff. Looked like he was going to throw in a high snap, and he's stuffed for a loss in the backfield. Nowhere to go, and Darnell Burnside blown up. So 3rd down and long after a sack there on 2nd down. They'll make it 3rd and 12 back around the 27-yard line. Need to get out to about the 38 or so. So push it back to the 26 here on 3rd and 12. 2 each way. Burnside takes a snap, looking, looks left side's got his man towards the sideline. It's complete, caught there by Luke Cooper, but short of the sticks, and it's 4th and short. Got about 10 yards, needed 12, and make it 4th and 2.
And it looks like they're thinking about going for it, John, and why not?
Well, I believe you have to here at some point, yeah.
Yeah, you're down 28 points, and it's a matter, if you think you have a shot at winning and getting back into it, you have to go for it. You know, if you're just worried about the score being respectable, then you punt it. So we'll see what his outlook is on this game right here. But as I said, there is time, but things have to happen quickly.
Well, when you score 99 points and you win by a dominant margin in the first 2 games, but you give it 54 last week, how much of effect does that play as a coach for yourself coming back the next week and trying to get your team ready to go after a very tough loss?
Well, if you look at it statistically, yeah, it could be a problem, but also I think in all fairness, you have to look at who did you play. Mm-hmm. You know, and they played a really formidable opponent, and you know, so you got to cut up some slack on that, because that team was really good versus the other teams that weren't quite as good as that team.
6:27 to go here in the 3rd. 4th and 2, need to get to the 38-yard line from the 36. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. They're going to keep it on the ground with Evans on the draw, trying to push forward. Pushing right side is very close.
I think he got it.
I believe he got there. Needed 2, got 3, and that will move the sticks and a 1st down. Pushed right side and just had enough to keep the drive going.
You know, a lot of strength in that young man. He's only 170 pounds, but he does run hard.
So 1st down and 10 from the 40-yard line. 2 each way. They'll send a man in motion left to right. Burnside throws a screen right side. It's got a man complete. Looks like it's J.T. Cooper on a screen. And got about 4 before he was pushed back on 1st down.
Nice 1st down play there. Put yourself in better position to get a 1st down and keep your drive alive.
So they'll give him 5, and it's 2nd and 5 up to the 45. We'll have a change here as Tates Creek going to run a player on the field on 2nd down. And the Commodores trying to put a drive together, down 4 scores, but trying to build some confidence here in this 3rd quarter. Receiver out to the left. 2 line to the right. They're going to keep it on the ground, though, on a draw, this time up the middle from the running back line of the hip to the right, and nowhere to go. Believe it was B.J. Evans, and it's a loss about 2 or 3. Make it a loss of 1, and it's 3rd down and 6. Under 4:50 now here in the 3rd quarter, and need to get to the 50 to keep this drive going. And believe, Bill, this is 4-down territory once again.
I was going to say so myself, yeah. Certainly if they can gain at least a couple of yards here, but probably even if they don't.
So 2 plays to get there, more than likely. To the right, 1 to the left. Burnside takes the snap, throwing right side, and looking for his man in Cooper, and overshoots him towards the sideline right side. 4th down.
It's really the first pass we've seen from Burnside there that just really wasn't on the money. But they're going to go for it nonetheless here, like we anticipated. So just need 6 yards here to get that first down.
So 4th and 6. If you're interested in corporate partnership with GlideCod, our aim is to do so, and you can reach out on glidecod.com for all our high school athletic platforms, or if you have a program idea, drop us an email at glidecod.com. 4th and 6. At the 44, need to reach the 50 to keep the drive going. 4:20 left in the third. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. And taking off is the receiver lined out right side. Looked like it was Hale and a false start. An early jump about 5 or 6 yards down the field.
He got 10 yards down the field before another player moved there, John. He was ready to go.
And they're going to punt it away now. Well, I can bet you, I played a little bit back in the day. I can bet you he'll be running on Monday a little bit. They'll punt it away on 4th and 11 after a 5-yard penalty. So Luke Cooper back to punt it away at his 25, and a sky-high boot taken in the air at the 23. Back to receive it is Chenault. Breaks it right side, past the 40. He's got a seam to the 50, 40, 30, and he's tripped up trying to break past the 30 and tripped up at the 31. Had a seam, a crease, braked it right, broke it back inside, and Avion Chenault all over the field tonight. We'll take a break. It's been a fun game, but all Frederick Douglass at 4:03 left in the third. 35-7, Broncos on GlideCod.
We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Have fun. Hey, remind me about that party again?
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations, and they want honest answers in everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path. Because when you talk, they hear you.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Football on GlideCod.
35-7, 4:03 left in third. A penalty down after the good return by Avion Chenault. So pushes Frederick Douglass back inside their own territory. 1st and 10 around the 31. They're going to take a snap, direct snap to the running back, but a false start on the offense. Alongside Bill Powell, John Baldridge, it's been all Broncos tonight. And you talk about the success on the field, but also all these student athletes going to class every single day and the hard work they put inside the classroom. We like to represent and talk about all that hard work. And tonight's Scholar Athlete presented by Mathnasium, changing our lives through math together, is Miles Hayward from Tates Creek, the junior, an offensive lineman, also playing defensive line in his junior year. We want to congratulate him for the hard work he's done this school year. Up the middle, a direct snap to the running back, breaking loose, breaking down the sideline, 15, 10, 5, touchdown once again, Broncos. What a run right there. Busting loose. 40 across the board tonight for Frederick Douglass. We have an injured referee down around the 35, back of the line of scrimmage. But a hole and a seam down the sideline, and once again a big play and a big answer for this Frederick Douglass team. We'll take a break. Injured referee will be back in a moment. 3:50 to go in the third on GlideCod.
Tow? Martin's Peterbilt Towing Service is here 24/7. Based in London and Pikeville, we will travel to you. Commercial trucks and trailers, no job too big. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Football on GlideCod.
Dakari Talbert once again a long run, and injured referee looks to be all right. But Talbert, for the second time tonight, had that big screen a moment ago there. Runs one to the end zone.
Again, not a big boy, but he can sure run. 5'9", 150, but he's got some wheels, and he got a crease in there, and he was just not going to be caught when he got out in open field. Nice run, nice play call there.
They're going to go for 2 with Stratman here in a 41-7 game. Stratman throws a high pass, jumped up and hung on. What a catch. Brought it in over a defender, Pharaoh Watts. And it's 43-7. What a drive right there. We've seen this offense all night long, clicking ins and outs on screens, on runs. It was the run game early, now getting Talbert involved. And you got to be impressed if you're this coaching staff for Frederick Douglass.
Well, I was talking with the coaches earlier this week, John, and I was talking to him about his skilled people and his backs and receivers, and he said, Coach, we've really got a bevy of backs. We've got so many people with talent. You're going to see 4 and 5 guys that get an opportunity to run and carry the ball, and we've seen that, and they do. And every one of them has talent, and any one of them can break it go the distance. So a lot of talent on that Frederick Douglass side of the field.
If you're Tates Creek, too, as well, you're wanting to put some good drives together on running clock now here. As a kick away from the 40 and back to receive it is Tates Creek. They'll try to break it left side and don't get to the 20, wrapped up inside their 15, right at the 15, and that's where the offense will start. But what are you trying to build on the rest of this game and moving forward after giving a lot of points last week in the same story here tonight?
Well, you just want your 2 things here. Really, I think you don't want to see your kids quit. You want to see them fight. You want to see them play the whole 48 minutes. And then you want to see some execution. They've had some nice offensive plays. They've done some nice things. What they have to do is string those together and without the aid of any penalties and see if they can get some movement and maybe get a score or 2 here and make this final score more decent.
So 1st and 10 here from the 15-yard line. 2 to the left, 1 to the right. They're going to keep it on the ground on a draw, breaking it left side, moving his legs, keeping his legs going forward. And B.J. Evans gets about 7 or 8. And Evans hasn't seen a whole lot of green grass ahead of him tonight. Right there, found a little bit of a crease.
Yeah, nice job there. He hit the hole off the right guard. It wasn't there, but he has good vision. And he just planted and came back across and found a little seam to give him some yardage. And that's what good running backs do. Nice job there on his part.
Gain of 8, 2nd and 2. 2:05 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Fakes the handoff, play action. Burnside scrambles, now going to just flick it out of his hands. Got Evans for a 2-yard, maybe a 3-yard reception to move the sticks, and it's 1st down.
Nice heads-up play there. Nice heads-up play by Burnside there. Shuffle pass. And quick thinking, because that wasn't a called play, obviously.
We see a lot of the backups now in for Frederick Douglass, but we talk about the size of this defensive front, and I have got to the ball and got there quickly and really led by Cedric Works, the 6'5 senior, who's committed to play for Kentucky, a verbal commit next year. Out the middle on a draw here, now moving it left side on a run. And B.J. Evans about to the 35. And it's about 2nd and 5. You haven't seen a whole lot of explosiveness tonight like we saw back week 1 from this offense with Tates Creek.
No, and again, a different caliber opponent.
Yeah.
A lot of athletes on that defensive side of the ball for Frederick Douglass. Several guys committed to universities, Division I, and some young up-and-coming athletes as well.
Burnside takes a snap from the gun, and he'll throw and looking for his receiver across the middle and throws it behind him. Looking for Marquise Hale, and it's 3rd down and short now. 3rd and 3 as Frederick Douglass trying to get out the field here. And the clock will hit zeros with a running clock. And we'll head to the fourth as the third quarter coming to a close. We'll flip ends and have 12 more to come in a 43-7 Frederick Douglass lead on Glide Cup.
Let's get real. With us, you'll get a great education that can lead to a great career faster. Even better, you won't end up with crippling debt. College for the real world. College for your world.
Make a bold impression when you show up in a new Kia from Cartown Kia.
Save $4,250 off a new 2024 Kia Sorento, or lease for $279 down and $279 per month. And new 2024 Kia Fortes, just $229 down and $229 per month. Or save more with rates as low as 0.9%.
And don't forget our 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty. Give them something to talk about in a new Kia from Cartown Kia and CartownKiaUSA.com.
Let's get real. You could go to work right after high school, but spend a little time with us and we'll give you a better chance to do more, be more, and earn more. College for the real world. College for your world.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Football on Glycod.
Fourth quarter football here on this Friday night. John Baldridge alongside Bill Powell. We head to the fourth in a 43-7. It's been all Frederick Douglass and out on the road here at Tates Creek. Tates Creek with the football, though, on third down, trying to run a draw up the middle and just short of the sticks. Got about 2 of the 3, and it's 4th and short. Make it 4th and 1.
And I think, again, they're going to go for it here. Why not? The game has been decided. Let's see if we can keep the ball here and put another score on the board.
Well, as a baseball coach as well as being a football coach for a long time with Middlesboro, what are some things you're down there on the sideline talking about in these situations? On the baseball field, too, when you're losing like this, you try to just keep the confidence built in?
Yeah, sure. You know, you want to, as one of the, I think Coach Hogg mentioned before the game, you want to execute. Do what you're coached to do what you're taught to do, give a good effort, and everything's going to be graded. We're going to sit in Monday morning.
Burnside heaving deep and a flag thrown. Looking for J.T. Cooper around the 35 of Frederick Douglass, and we'll have pass interference.
And, you know, for the younger guys getting in the game, it also shows that they have an opportunity to showcase what they can do. Like, hey, Coach, watch me. I can play a little bit. So, it's evaluation is still going on. Right? It's not about winning and losing. At this point, it's going to be about, you know, did my players continue to fight? Did they continue to work? Were they executing? Were they doing what we've taught them to do? And there'll be a good evaluation coming. Sometimes it can get a little nasty sitting there watching that game film with the rest of the team when you're not when you miss that tackle and the guy goes on a screen for 75 yards touchdown. It's like, hey, look, we wrap this guy up, and he's down right here. Instead, he's 75 yards down the field.
Right, 15-yard penalty inside Frederick Douglass territory now to the 48-yard line, and it's 1st and 10 after the penalty on 4th down. 10:30 to go here in a running clock in the 43-7 Broncos. Commodores take the snap. Burnside running, scrambling. He's got blockers and will run out of bounds. Took a snap, ran directly over to the right side, had blockers. Looked like he was looking for somebody down the field. Nothing there, and just ran out of bounds after about a 3-yard pickup.
You know, I'm really not sure what happened there. That defensive front came through as if they were running a middle screen. And the quarterback had to take off running from the get-go. And so I guess there's young guys on both sides, both offensive lines.
2nd and 5 after a 5-yard gain. Down to the 44-yard line, 3 lined up. Make it 2 out to the right, 1 to the left from the shotgun running back next to the hip. They're going to keep it on the ground, rumbling right side and breaking off a couple tackles and looks close to sticks. I believe they had the first down on a run by, I believe it was B.J. Evans. Skylar Clay, the ball carrier. And that moves the sticks. So we're seeing some of the underclassmen in there in the later stages. And the crowd's still hanging out here tonight. It's been a very pleasant September evening we've had all night long. An early start at 6:30. Fans coming out to see this Lexington matchup. And 1st and 10 now. From the 37-yard line. To the right, to the left. Burnside takes a snap. Pressure comes. Has to step back. Now steps forward. Now going to run right side. Past the 30. Past the 25. Past the 20. Out of bounds side. Towards the 19. And a late flag thrown as he is shoved out of bounds.
Nice play there. Nice run by him. And, with those younger kids in there, he showed a little more athleticism. Able to I thought when the pocket broke down, he was running right into trouble. But nevertheless, he stepped up and just made a nice play out of it. And they've got an opportunity to get in the red zone here and score.
So we'll check the marker. And it is a personal foul for a late push out of bounds.
Yeah, I thought he was a couple yards out when he shoved him right in front of the referee. And sometimes you can get away with that, but typically not right in front of the referee, and certainly not on the home team sideline.
So 8:31 to go here in the fourth. Running clock in progress, and Tates Creek trying to punch one in. Down currently 43-7. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Burnside from the hip with the running back next to him. And Evans, they're going to give it to him. Evans pushes right side, trying to rumble forward and steps in for a touchdown. Ran over a defender at the 1 and able to get in for the touchdown. B.J. Evans, his first tonight, and able to get in for the 6.
Yeah, the defensive guy broke down on the 2-yard line, ready to tackle him, but he just lowered his head. He was not going to step out of bounds there, and he made sure he got to pay dirt.
So that makes it a 43-13 game here with 7:55 to go. And the extra point will come on, and believe also that will stop the running clock. So they'll try to attempt the point after here. Made it the first time. I've had some struggle with it this year. The kick this time up, low kick, but up and through. And it's a 43-14 game. We'll break with 7:55 to go here in the fourth and be back in a moment on GlideCat.
On the road, call Martin's Peterbilt Mobile Service. Our 24/7 commercial roadside service, truck and trailer repair, and warranty service will have you back on the road in no time. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
GlideCat on YouTube is Kentuckiana's fastest growing high school sports video site. When you click to subscribe, don't forget to tap the bell and be notified of our upcoming live broadcasts and other unique video content. Subscribe for free now at youtube.com/GlideCat.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on GlideCat.
B.J. Evans inside the end zone for a touchdown for Tates Creek and makes it a 43-14 Broncos lead. Broncos are back to see the football back from Commodores, and finally a good drive put together. It feels like it got the run game going.
Yeah. Did they have a pass that whole drive down? I don't remember one. Well, maybe a couple of short ones, but, yeah, just running the ball.
Kicks it away from the 40. And back to receiver Frederick Douglass. They'll get past the 30, close the 40, and out past the 40 to the 41. A good return by the Broncos, and that's where they'll start. We'll see Jackson Strotman go back out. The junior quarterback has looked well tonight. We've seen a lot of different running backs have ran the ball really well for Frederick Douglass here on the road and have a hefty lead.
I would be surprised if they came out with first team here. They've got such a tough schedule, and they're going to need to keep people healthy. But we'll see here as they looks like a different group, John. A lot of bright, clean jerseys.
You got to like that when you're up by 30 points here tonight. New quarterback in is Jimmy Dick, and they're going to hand on first down up the middle, and 2 yards on the game. Dick taking over, the 5'11", 155 sophomore. Seeing his first action. And 6:30 to go here in regulation. Jimmy Dick going to take the snap from the shotgun. Going to throw right side, a wobbly pass. It's caught that way. Got blockers on a screen past the 50 inside Tates Creek territory, moving past the 40 down to the 38. And a quick screen and quickly in the hands there of Dick to move the sticks.
You know, John, that's a good example of what I talked about earlier. When you get and look at the film room, okay, one way of looking at it's a nice game, but if you're looking at it defensively, hey, you know, we missed a tackle here for no gain. And that allows him to get 20 yards down the field. So when a losing coach can find lots of opportunities for reasons that this game should have been a lot closer than it is.
Kind of the 39-yard line, that moves the chains, and seeing that second team unit here tonight from Frederick Douglass with the big lead. From the shotgun, 2 out to the left, 1 to the right. Dick takes a snap, going to hand up the middle, pushing forward a big hole past the 35, down about the 32-yard line. Gain of about 8 on first down.
Yeah, he was running downhill from there. Nice blocking, that front line. Even though they've got fresh, clean jerseys in there, still got some good bodies on that offensive line there.
Well, Bill, it seems like all night long, no matter what back you put in there, you've had running room here all night long.
Yeah. And their offensive line coach has done a good job. Those guys, you know, you mentioned both teams have good-sized offensive lines, but offense and defensive lines, but they just really come off the ball well. Stay low, get into the pads of the opposition, and drive and create a surge.
4:44 to go in regulation, and got a whistle down before the second down snap. Looks like Tates Creek player getting his helmet fixed out there, one of the safeties. Gonna stop play, and we'll get back to action. Lights on here. It's been all Broncos in this ball game. They're gonna hand on up the middle, pushing forward past the 25 down to the 23. That will move the sticks, and a nice run there to keep the drive going.
He's got a good slashing style as a runner, and I can see where he's going to be a nice runner.
Broncos quickly back the line of scrimmage. Dick from the shotgun. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. They're going to keep it on the ground once again. Now breaking it right side, trying to break off a tackle and thrown for a loss. Jeremiah Turner tried to cut it right side, and the sophomore back pushed back for a loss on the play.
Good defensive play there.
3:45 to go in regulation. And a game that's all but over, but still trying to build some confidence here as Frederick Douglass into that second team unit now. When you don't get a chance to play a whole lot, an opportunity here for those second team guys to go out there and put a drive together.
Yeah, they're not worried about keeping the score close. Give me the ball. Let me do something.
Jimmy yelling out instructions. He's going to keep it on the ground, up the middle, pushing forward, lowering the shoulder, and pushes for the first down. What a run right there. Ran over a body. Believe that was
Carter Ross, number 34.
Ross, the sophomore, lowering his right shoulder and keeping the drive and picking up a first down.
John, that's a perfect example of what coaches like to say, running behind your pads. Great forward lean there, and you know that makes you a powerful runner and a tough guy to bring down. Good running style there.
2:45 to go here in the ball game. 43-14, trying to put 50 on the board inside the red zone. Taking a handoff up the middle, trying to keep his legs going. There is Jeremiah Turner once again, spun off a tackle and picked him about 2 or 3 after initial contact.
Again, a missed tackle in the backfield, spun him around a little bit, but didn't really have a good shot at him. But he did have an opportunity to get him down for lost yardage. Instead, it turns into a 5-yard gain.
2nd and 5 here with 2:05 to go. Jimmy Dick looking towards the sideline. The quarterback gets the play he wants. 3 to the left, nobody to the right. Running back next to the hip. They're going to fake it to Turner. No, we'll give it to Turner. Turner trying to bust it right side and is wrapped up right around the line of scrimmage, and it's 3rd down. Didn't get much. Maybe stuff for a loss. Try to turn around that corner, and there was nothing there.
Yeah, Turner's got great speed. He's great to get an open field. He hasn't really shown the propensity yet to be a power runner, but if you can get him in open field, he's going to be really good.
Every one of these guys out there right now for both teams looking for an opportunity to see playing time and a chance to do it right here. Dick going to take the snap, gives it to Turner up the middle, breaks off a tackle and spins in for a touchdown.
You know, Jeremiah must have been listening to my headset here. I tell you what, I said he's not a powerful runner. What does he do the next time? He takes a good shot at the line and spins off of it and then goes the distance for the touchdown there. Nice running job by him.
6 yards out, Jeremiah Turner puts 49 on the board with 1:08 to go, and we'll see if they try to kick the extra point and go for 50. Turner, the sophomore, in this game, you go all the way back to 9 seconds left in the first half. It was a 20-7 game, and they kicked it to Avion Chenault. And Chenault, the senior, returned it 88 yards all the way to the house to finish out the first half. Kind of took the confidence out of this building from all the Tates Creek faithful, made it 28-7. And since then, it's been all Frederick Douglass in the second half. They lead at 49-14 and will go on to get their second win of the year and get off a 2-game losing streak. And it's been a fun one here tonight, Bill, but really it's been a job well done from the start for this Broncos team.
Yeah, you can see why they're so highly rated and a real threat to win the state title again this year. Whoever wins it will have to go through them.
They will attempt the extra point, trying to look for 50. The kick is up and through. And 50 on the board tonight for Frederick Douglass here on the road in this Lexington matchup, leading it 50-14. We'll break for one final time with 1:08 to go here in the fourth on GlideCat.
Central Kentucky Driving School is raising the bar in driver education because the safety of their students is too important for anything less. Offering driver training for teens and adults, Central Kentucky Driving School will equip you with the skills needed to become a safe and confident driver. A proud community partner, Central Kentucky Driving School invests in their students and families and guides you every step of the way. For more information, give them a call at 859-538-7775 or visit drivecky.com.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Football on GlideCod.
High scoring affair tonight, 50-14. We'll look at the scores. Some of the games next week taking place. Tates Creek, Bryan Station on GlideCat. We got a good one in southern Indiana between Charleston and Providence. Male and Trinity, the big one next week. South Fulton, Oldham County, and Corbin and Frederick Douglass. Is Douglass looking good tonight, Bill, and going to pick up a victory here.
Yeah, good win, good solid win, and I think you would have to say it was expected. You would, I'm sure Tates Creek boosters would have liked to have seen a more competitive game, but Frederick Douglass is definitely a powerhouse.
They'll go to 8-0 against this Tates Creek team in school history, and 33-0 against Lexington teams since the school establishing back in 2017, and 31-0 against public Lexington schools since 2017. Kickoff taken back to around the 25, and we'll see if they even decide to go back out. It looks like John Van Hawks has seen enough tonight, and he will shake hands as this game will come to a close. It's been a fun one this evening for everyone that listened in. We thank you very much for doing so. 50-14 the final as Frederick Douglass picks up their second win on the season here in week 4. We'll come back, wrap this one up, take a look at some of the stats, get you set for everything to come on the post-game show in a moment on GlideCat.
Are you an HVAC and refrigeration tech looking for new opportunities? Tech24 is your single source for commercial HVAC, refrigeration, and kitchen equipment maintenance all across the country. We have exciting career opportunities with great pay and benefits in your area. To learn more, contact Brad at 864-549-8344 and check us out on the web at mytech24.com. 864-549-8344.
I love Head Start.
Children love Head Start, and you will too. Community Action Council's prep academies are hiring now. Head Start is an early childhood education program for children from birth to age 5. Help us give more children the Head Start advantage.
Teacher, what are you waiting for?
Join our team of dedicated education professionals. Apply online today at comaction.org. What are you waiting for?
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives. And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time. While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Calling all football fans. Come on down to Roosters, where the wings are hot, the drinks are cold, and the good times never stop. Roosters is where you can catch all the action of the game and enjoy a delicious meal. Choose from 15 varieties of sauces. Even try our burgers, salads, and out-of-this-world pizzas. Something for everyone at Roosters. Dine in, carry out, or let us cater. Open late for the Night Owls. Visit our Richmond Road location or off Nicholasville Road by Walmart.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
Make a bold impression when you show up in a new Kia from Cartown Kia.
Save $4,250 off a new 2024 Kia Sorento, or lease for $279 down and $279 per month. At new 2024 Kia Fortes, just $229 down and $229 per month. Or save more with rates as low as 0.9%.
And don't forget our 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty. Give them something to talk about in a new Kia from Cartown Kia and CartownKiaUSA.com.
Tonight's post-game recap is brought to you by Cartown Kia, your dealership for unmatched design, performance, and savings at 3120 Lexington Road in Nicholasville. Visit them online at CartownKiaUSA.com.
Welcome you back. It's been all Frederick Douglass here tonight as the Broncos pick up their second win on the season and come off a 2-game losing streak and beat this Tates Creek team here in this Lexington action alongside Bill Powell, John Baldridge. And Bill, what do you take away from this one here through 48 minutes we saw tonight?
Well, and I think I speak for both of us, not having a vested interest in either team per se, and knowing both the coaches and the great guys, it turned out like I was scared that it would. I would like to see for Tates Creek's sake to being a little more competitive. And as you mentioned, I think, they don't kick that ball deep at the end of the first half there and going to halftime 27. Maybe it's different. They certainly would have come out with more resolve and more spirit. And who knows, when those psychological factors are working, what kind of difference that can make. But it didn't turn out that way. They returned it 94 yards, 96 yards for a touchdown, and then it just unraveled from there. I think when they returned that touchdown, I think even the people that were the most hopeful realized it was out of touch, even though it was just the first half.
We can talk about all the different backs we saw from Frederick Douglass, and that can play a factor on having so many different guys you can put back there, not having a fatigue problem, but also it's got to be nice to give a big offensive line like they did to really have some run room to have tonight.
Yeah, we mentioned the big guard there that is going off 6'8", 300 pounds, Jackson Dials right there. And, you know, a lot of backs can run behind somebody like that. Of course, they had some other big linemen there too. And not only that, but they had 4 guys that could all run, that were all shifty, that all had speed. And when you got that big offensive line, as I mentioned earlier, they come off the ball low and hard, have a good surge. And so, you know, you're getting ahead. You're getting a little steam going forward before you actually make contact, and that makes a lot of backs good.
What did you see from Jackson Stroutman? I felt like he really ran the ball well, but he just ran the offense really well, the quarterback tonight for this Frederick Douglass team. I think you hit the nail on the head right there. He runs the offense well. You know, he's not asked to do a lot offensively in terms of passing, but he's, as we said, he's got a great running core. And just in a good, nice line. So just hand the ball off and let them do their things, and don't make mistakes, and don't throw into coverage, and he did all those things. Tonight's expertise of this game brought to you in part by Community Action Council, helping people, changing lives. We talk about the drive of the game, and that's brought to you in part by Central Bank Driving School, raising the bar on driver education. To sign up for more information, visit drive.cky.com. I really felt like, you can talk about a drive, but Avion Chenault, 88 yards, felt like the key focal point tonight. Well, that definitely was a key focal point. I think before that, if the game had turned out differently, the drive right before that was the first time that Tates Creek was able to show any offensive life. They drove down the field. They made several good throws and catches, and drove it basically the length of the field there. And so otherwise, that would have been the drive of the game, but nonetheless, again, that kickoff return just squelched a lot of things. Well, J.T. Cooper finished that drive with a 20-yard touchdown pass from Burnside. So that's our drive of the game tonight, presented by Central Kentucky Driving School. We'll come back and wrap this one up in a moment as the final score, as Frederick Douglass wins it here on Glycott.
Bold impression when you show up in a new Kia from Cartown Kia.
Save $4,250 off a new 2024 Kia Sorento, or lease for $279 down and $279 per month. And new 2024 Kia Fortes, just $229 down and $229 per month. Or save more with rates as low as 0.9%.
And don't forget our 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty. Give them something to talk about in a new Kia from Cartown Kia and CartownKiaUSA.com.
Are you a parent battling with raising your child in today's fallen world? You're not alone. The Operation Parent Handbook is your beacon of hope, with info and guidance on social media, vaping, anxiety, and more. It's a resource that equips you with the guidance and conversation starters you need in your parenting journey. Use discount code KIDS at checkout to get 10% off any handbook. Visit OperationParent.org to reclaim your confidence as a parent. Operation Parent, you've got this.
Let's get real. For a lot of people, 4 years of college might as well be $1 million. With us, you can get a certificate in a matter of months and start a career right away. College for the real world. College for your world.
Need a tow? Martin's Peterbilt Towing Service is here 24/7. Based in London and Pikeville, we will travel to you. Commercial trucks and trailers, no job too big. Call us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Martin's Peterbilt, keeping you rolling.
To hear what's on your mind. Take this time to talk and get it right. You know I'll be there all your life. When you need me, I'll be by your side.
Little everyday conversations about the dangers of underage drinking can make a big difference in a child's life. Talk, they hear you.
New recruit, take advantage of our apprenticeship program. Come out of our 4-year course debt-free. With health insurance, a guaranteed pension, a degree, and an electrical license.
3 words I'd use to describe the apprenticeship are opportunity, skillful, educational,
solid career path,
rewarding, beneficial, and a brotherhood.
A life-changing opportunity.
The cost of school is free. All your books are paid for.
You go to school once every 2 weeks.
All the other stuff is on-the-job training.
The teachers here are great. They're all very, very knowledgeable.
They're preparing you for what you're already seeing in the field.
If you're struggling with something in school, sometimes your fellow students can help you work through that.
Everyone's willing to help each other. It's like a big family.
I love being a part of a union, something bigger than myself.
This field is so vast. You can find something that you really love to do because there is so much you can do.
I went from a job to a life-changing career.
Power up your potential with the IBEW.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School football on Glycod.
50-14 the final tonight as Frederick Douglass comes away with victory. Their second win on the year after getting off a 2-game losing streak alongside Bill Powell, John Baldridge. We look at the scoring starting from tonight's matchup presented by IBEW Local 369. Power up your potential. Talk about that first half. It was 20-7 after JT Cooper caught a 20-yard touchdown pass from Darnell Burnside with 10 seconds left. Then Avion Chenault, 88 yards of the house, made it 28-7. You felt there might be a chance if you get the pass game going for Tates Creek in the second half, but able to go down the field on the first drive. And Dakari Talbert, 86-yard pass from Jackson Strotman after an interception, made it 35-7 with 8:15 to go in the third. Talbert, a 73-yard run. It was only touched by one defender on the run with 3:50 left in the third, made it 43-7. B.J. Evans in from 9 yards out, had his only touchdown tonight, was really kept in check. Made it 43-14, and Jeremiah Turner with a minute left had a 10-yard run, putting 50 across the board in a 50-14 win for Frederick Douglass. If you're Tates Creek, Bill, where do you go from here?
Well, one of the things that you do is you sit down and you look at the film and you just break it down. You say, hey, we don't do this, so we do this, we stop this. We do this instead of this, we're here. And it's a whole different ball game. And so what you got to do is you got to get kids to understand that if we execute, if we do what we're supposed to, then we put ourselves in position to win. Now, it doesn't mean that sometimes teams are just better. Right? And you say, well, okay, we're working hard. We're going to get there. We're trying to get here. But in the meantime, we've got to do the things that we can do. And, guys, we're not doing that. And there's no teacher like video. There's no teacher like the film room. Kid can say, well, I was doing this, but when you look at it on film, it doesn't lie. And so it's a great teacher. And I think that Coach Hawk will get these kids back there and say, hey, look, that was not a 51 point defensive performance we gave up. Let's go back over this and get the kids feeling much better about the game.
Tates Creek, look at some of the numbers for them tonight. They had 13 first downs, 23 rushes for 70 yards, passed for 163. And when you look at the kickoff return yards, 5 for 66. Had one fumble, 4 penalties for 29. Possession time of 27 minutes and 32 seconds. Third down conversions, 3 for 10. Meanwhile, for this Frederick Douglass team, they put 50 across the board, 17 first down to Tates Creek 13. 31 rushes for 287, passing yards for 159, just 4 short of Tates Creek. Had that big kickoff return for a touchdown, finished with 3 kickoff returns for 112, 1 fumble, 10 penalties for 127, possession time of 20 minutes and 28 seconds. So beating the time of possession, third downs, you were 4 for 7. But I felt like you really got the run game going early for Frederick Douglass, really led on that, and then got the pass game later on in the ball game, and of course got some big kickoff returns in the distance of the ball game.
Yeah, and that's sort of what we thought before the game would start. Tates Creek would probably need to pass to set up their running game, and conversely, Douglass would need to run to set up their passing game. And of course, it didn't quite work out as well for Tates Creek, obviously as it did for Frederick Douglass, but they showed promise there with their passing game.
Yeah, and it was a fun one to see tonight. I felt like if you're Tates Creek, you really got some guys like the B.J. Evans and also the Cooper brothers, but you got to find some second pieces, third pieces on top of that to help out Burnside, and we'll see where they go from here. Meanwhile, for Frederick Douglass, get set for a game next week on Glycod. We'll look at the Glycod schedule coming up as well. Get you set up for next week. That's all to come as we wrap it up with one more break to come and a final score 50-14 as Frederick Douglass wins it tonight here on Glycod.
Research has shown high school sports to be a great community influence. Join scores of local businesses that have partnered with GlyCod in sponsoring live, hometown-oriented sports programming on our video and social media platforms. For more information, email info@glycod.com.
Home of excellent service, support, and satisfaction, Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment is your one-stop mower shop. Family owned since 1985, Lexington Outdoor offers top brands like Husqvarna, Toro, Grasshopper, and Echo. Plus, free pickup and delivery. Located just 2 miles west of Douglas High School, they're open weekdays and most Saturday mornings. For more info, stop in or visit their website at lexoutdoorpower.com. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment, the right equipment for the right job.
Calling all football fans. Come on down to Roosters, where the wings are hot, the drinks are cold, and the good times never stop. Roosters is where you can catch all the action of the game and enjoy a delicious meal. Choose from 15 varieties of sauces. Even try our burgers, salads, and out-of-this-world pizzas. Something for everyone at Roosters. Dine in, carry out, or let us cater. Open late for the Night Owls. Visit our Richmond Road location or off Nicholasville Road by Walmart.
Are you an HVAC and refrigeration tech looking for new opportunities? Tech24 is your single source for commercial HVAC, refrigeration, and kitchen equipment maintenance all across the country. We have exciting career opportunities with great pay and benefits in your area. To learn more, contact Brad at 864-549-8344 and check us out on the web at mytech24.com. 864-549-8344.
A new year means next level math, but even the best teachers can't always provide the personal attention each child needs. Mathnasium has a solution to help any student excel. Our caring, highly trained instructors use a range of teaching modes that ensure true foundational understanding. We're not about rote memorization. The Mathnasium method develops the critical thinking and problem-solving skills they need to succeed, with the option to learn face-to-face online at home or face-to-face at one of our 1,000 neighborhood learning centers. Mathnasium, we're changing lives through math.
Let's get real. With us, you'll get a great education that can lead to a great career faster. Even better, you won't end up with crippling debt. College for the real world. College for your world.
For any of your window, door, and siding needs, contact the team at Elite Building Products. Their factory-certified, licensed, and insured contractors have been installing energy-efficient windows and doors for over 30 years. They also offer energy tax credits and military veteran discounts. Locally owned and open weekdays at 242 Wilson Drive, just off of the 27 bypass. For a free estimate, call 859-887-2440. Elite Building Products.
You're watching Central Kentucky High School Football on GlyCod.
Welcome back on GlyCod. The final score tonight, it was all Frederick Douglass in this ball game, winning 50-14 here on GlyCod tonight, and alongside Bill Powell, John Baldridge, and one final time wrapping it up. And Bill, we look at some of the numbers in this ball game. You can talk about Dakari Talbert really looked good, had that 86-yard pass from Jackson Strotman, also a 73-yard run. You also talk about Avion Chenault's big kickoff return. But who are you going with as your player to watch, and who really caught your eye tonight?
Yeah, there's several guys, but I think Dakari Talbert is a guy that he had two big plays there. And as you mentioned right there, you could have picked a couple of guys, but he's the guy I would pick for them.
And I also felt like Strotman looked really well tonight. He ran that offense really well. He 5 for 10 for 140. He didn't have to pass a whole lot, but 2 touchdowns and that long of 86 with that screen he threw over to Talbert.
Right. I think he did what they asked of him. He didn't turn the ball over. He didn't make mistakes in the backfield. Ran his offense as he was supposed to, and that's how you score 50 points.
Meanwhile, for Tates Creek, who caught your eye for them, and what really was the big key focal point for them tonight? Of course, it was trying to run the ball, but they couldn't get Evans really going. But where'd you see from them tonight?
I think the two receivers, Luke and J.T. Cooper, and I would give Luke Cooper the edge. He caught 77 passes for 72 yards. And a lot of those passes were catches with his arms extended above his head, fully extended. He made some really nice catches. So not only did he catch 7 for 70 yards, but they were all nice catches. So I would give him the nod for player of the game for Tates Creek.
Players caught our tonight's most outstanding players are presented by Elite Building Productions, locally owned and offering an outstanding selection of windows, doors, and siding. Stop at 242 Wilson's Road in Nicholsville or visit them at EliteKentucky.com. Where do you go we talked about Tates Creek, but where do you go for Frederick Douglass getting set for a game next week and a team that has a lot to build for the rest of the year?
Well, I'm sure that their goal going into this season was the state championship and nothing short of that. And so just like Tates Creek is going to break down the film and see where they fell short, Coach McPeak is going to still do the same thing, and he's still going to find places where they didn't execute and could have done much better. And, oftentimes when you win, that's when you really want to get onto your players because you don't want them to be satisfied and you don't want them to get complacent. So I'm sure he will the film room will be just as tough a place for him as it is for Tates Creek.
Bill, it's been a pleasure with you all night long. I know you're getting set to go out to Los Angeles next week, so have a lot of fun out there.
Thank you.
Enjoy your time.
Yeah, thank you. Hopefully we'll avoid the fires and the earthquakes and everything else out there. I'll be back to call another game for Glycod soon.
And good luck to the Big Blue coming up as well. You got your Kentucky shirt on tonight.
For sure.
Always as well. Great to be with Bill Powell for all our crew. Some busy games next week. We talked about Male Trinity, South Oldham, and Oldham County, Corbin, Frederick, Douglass, Charleston, Providence, and Tates Creek and Bryan Station around the docket on Glycod next week. For Katie, Chris, Bill, Steve Bird, and all our crew, John Baldard signing off one final time. The final score as Frederick Douglass wins it tonight, 50-14. So long. We'll talk to you next time back here on Glycod.
From Glycod, this has been Central Kentucky High School Football. Presented by Bluegrass Community and Technical College. Never underestimate you. Tonight's game was brought to you by Cartown Kia in Nicholasville. Movement that inspires. IBEW Local 369. Power up your potential. Mathnasium of East and West Lexington. Changing lives through math. Roosters, a fun, casual place for wings and more. Martin's Peterbilt of Central Kentucky. Community Action Council. New Vista. Tech 24. Lexington Outdoor Power Equipment. And Fast Signs.
For schedule information about our upcoming broadcasts, visit our website, glicod.com, Facebook and Twitter @Glycod. We thank you for tuning into this live sports presentation from Glycod.